Hello guys, it's Stephen here. I am testing a live video out on my YouTube. Hello to anyone joining in. If you're watching this, it's right at the start now. I'm just going to set up my mic, set up my light and all that kind of stuff and get going. This is just using the webcam basically on YouTube, so I have no idea if this is going to work. I want to set my fancy camera up, but it doesn't seem to be working. People are joining. People can see me live. Hi guys, how are you all doing? Look at all these people saying hello. Wow, there's so many of you. This is great. My beard is good, isn't it, Ahmed? Thank you very much. I can't even keep up with this already. Bloody hell, look at all these comments. Basically, it's Manchester City versus Liverpool. Liverpool versus Manchester City at Anfield. It's a Blue Yeti mic as well. Rudy Benson's pointed out my mic there. It is indeed a very good mic. And I thought we'd chat for 20-odd minutes about the game because obviously did the video yesterday with Redman TV, and that was all right. It was, a decent little chat of him, but it was very much about the Liverpool fans' perspective. So I thought I would chat with this one with all you guys. Can you all see the comments? Let me know. Can you see your comments as well coming through? I can see you all there. Look at all you people there. This is great. Burn those glasses. I can see myself. I can see the comments about them actually. These glasses just for a long way, but I like my glasses. But I've been wearing them all today. So basically, when you wear glasses every now and then and you take them off, I beard Mendy, Freddie Pie there. When you take your glasses off and you be wearing them all day, even though I can see that close normally, it's a bit blurry for 2 minutes, so I'm not going to bother. Nicola likes the glasses. Anyway, guys, hello. Alfie Taylor reckons a lot like a Bernardo Silva if you wore glasses. Bernardo's on one of these programs here somewhere. How are you all doing? Let me all know if you're all good. Are you looking forward to the game tomorrow? This is already really, really fun, isn't it? Soon. Basically, I'm going to talk about the game. So, obviously, the news today. Let me just get up, just do what everyone else does. Let's go on City Watch and just look at all the news today and talk about what's been going on. Because obviously, there's the big thing that comes up to me is there's no Aguero. Now, this isn't really a big surprise for me that there's no Aguero because I kind of saw that coming, given the fact that he wasn't even involved in the squad at the weekend. I think it comes a little bit too soon for him. And to be honest, I think starting with Gabriel Jesus anyway is probably the right call. That's my personal opinion. That I think he'll be a better fit for how we want to play him. Personally, I think he'll be. I think he'll link up better with Sterling and Sane if Sterling plays, of course. But I think he'll have that energy and that understanding, and he'll have that big game attitude that I think he'll just have a great game, personally. Aguero didn't have his best game last time at Anfield. Aguero still, obviously, you'd still want him around the squad. But Gabriel Jesus, he was really good against Everton. And I got the feeling that he'll really want to prove a point. And that'll be nice, won't it? It'll be really nice to watch him get a chance to really show how good he actually can be. I've seen a few people as well saying, we've got Jesus. A biblical there saying, I wish Aguero was fit. Biblical, I wish he was fit too. It'd be great at least having this squad because, touch wood, you don't want anything happen to Jesus. Then we've got no one to come off the bench either. But it is how it is. It's going to be that way, but you can't always get every single thing perfectly. Also, by the way, sorry for the quality of the camera. I can't actually use my camera because I don't know how to get linked up to live streams yet, so I'm just using my webcam on my MacBook, but it is what it is. Riaz Ahmed there wants to see Bernardo Silva. I've already enjoyed Nicola, by the way, getting involved in the comments, chatting to him. Nicola Byrne, my girlfriend there. That's classic Nicola. She's loving it, which is adorable. Shoko saying, what's your opinion on wrestling players versus United? Remind me later that, mate, because I'll get onto that in a bit. But for now, this is going to be very much about Liverpool game. I'm nervous, but I'm feeling more confident. Is anyone else starting to feel a little bit more confident at the moment? Because I feel like all my worries have been slowly kind of fading away. And I think it was because of the Everton game where we looked absolutely unreal. We looked so good at that game. We looked like we'd gone up another level. And even Kevin De Bruyne came out and said he felt in control in a way that we've not been in control all season in some games. So I feel like it's been getting a little bit more, I don't know, I feel like I'd be getting more confident as the game approaches. And I feel like we'll go there and not make the same mistakes we did the first time around. It could be famous last words, but it should be all right. A few people saying, what do you think the team prediction is going to be? I don't know, but Pep today was saying in the press conference that he's got an idea, and he talked about Delph being fit and Danilo could play left back as well, and Laporte obviously played against Everton. My guess for the team would be, I reckon it'll be Ederson, Walker, Otamendi, Kompany. Left back's a difficult one. I think it might be Laporte. Someone said, will Mendy be back? YG Shaq too. Mendy won't be back. It's far too soon for him, I think, still. I think he'll be back after the business end of this week or two, you know, when it's the big games are out of the way. I think it'll be Laporte left back, maybe. I don't think Delph hasn't played since getting sent off against Wigan, which was a while ago now. So he'll be really lacking match fitness. To throw him straight back in would take something special. And the midfield three, it just picks itself really, doesn't it? De Bruyne, Silva, Fernandinho, and then Jesus, Sterling, and Sane. I think he will play Sterling. I put on Twitter today that I think he'll play Sterling just because he'll show some faith in him. I understand why he probably played Bernardo Silva. I understand why some people don't want Sterling to play. I just think Pep is the kind of guy who shows a lot of loyalty to players, a hell of a lot of loyalty. So I reckon he will play him. I mean, if you disagree with that, fair enough, but I still think he'll play him. That's my team there. So I think it's basically what it was at the weekend. And it's probably something I would agree with, but who knows? He'll probably do something very different. Daryl's getting more and more nervous, understandably. Nicola's just chatting away to everyone. Nicola being my concierge almost. Thank you, Nicola, for keeping everyone entertained in the comment section. Alfie said, we'll struggle with a pacey left back as none of our makeshift left backs show much pace. I saw someone on a forum say that Salah's had a couple of difficult games this season against right-footed left-backs. Notably, Ashley Young did pretty well against Salah. And I wonder if that's why maybe we might see Danilo, because Salah loves to cut in. So someone who can obviously show him down that way and not be uncomfortable, that could be an option there. So maybe we'll see that. That would be something I consider, possibly. No worries, Nicola, I'll get your payment. That sounds dodgy. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. But I wonder if we'll see Danilo play for that reason alone. And there could be something that we see. I mean, in terms of my prediction, I'm wondering if we just get a couple of away goals, I'll feel confident then. I don't suspect that we'll struggle to make chances. I think Liverpool will come out with so much passion and energy that they could get carried away. And you know, when teams go at it too much, it gets a little bit silly. It could be that situation for us. Anyway, guys, I hope you're enjoying the live stream. I know the quality isn't perfect, but it's nice, isn't it, being able to do this? I just thought I'd go for it and see if it worked. And it does seem to work. You're all here. You're all watching the live stream. And every now and then, I might just do it. The quality won't be as high as some other videos, but it seems to be working, you know. It's working nicely. We're all here together, like a little Man City family. And they got my mic on me. But yeah, you know, better quality than United's football. Well done, Mark. I'm enjoying that indeed. I agree with Alex there that the lineup will be similar to the one at Goodison. And people are enjoying the live stream. That's really nice. Any questions? I guess this is a Q&A now as well. But on to the game itself. I don't know. I think we should be relatively confident. I don't know why. I'm just feeling that this team has this desire at the moment, this kind of determination to prove people how good they actually are. And maybe we'll see the best of them come out. Do you know what this live stream reminds me of? Did anyone ever used to watch the Blooming Rising Facebook Lives? I used to do them at 5 p.m. when I worked for Blooming Rising on the day, every single day. And they were so much fun. And this feels a lot like that. And this is a good way of work as well, of doing a video about having to do all the editing. So maybe I'll do more of these. But anyway, I'm just waffling to myself now. Anyway, just have trust in Pep. I'm confident. I agree, Nick. I've got a lot of trust in Pep. So Pep will do something that we don't expect. Just trust him. Pep will do something weird. But one thing I know is he'll try and control the game. Nicola just proposed, grab the popcorn. What? I didn't even see that comment. If so, God knows what's going on. The comments are fucking hell. I have no idea what's going on here. Ahmed reckons we'll beat them at Anfield. Im said, who's the future legends of the club? You're watching them right now, mate. Obviously, Yaya's kind of long gone now, really. And obviously, everyone involved in the initial breakthrough, like Zabaleta. And then, obviously, I'm sure people like Raheem Sterling might write themselves into history books at some point. And then, obviously, Sergio is a legend as it is. Kompany's a legend, and you never know. Someone like Edison could be like a laid-back kind of legend. Nicola, what is going on in the comments there? You're just completely distracting it. She's loving it though. I bet she's giving away right now. She's in her own little world there. But yeah, legends. We're watching so many. Fernandinho to me is an absolute underrated. Sorry, getting so distracted by this. It's great. Fernandinho is an underappreciated player that we can all admire. But I think we're blessed. I don't think we sometimes realize how good this team is. I think we know it, but one day we'll look back and go, God, they were good, weren't they? This team is something pretty special these days. And it's nice knowing that this is our team. This is the one that we're all watching. And I've watched us be pretty damn shit, as a few of you have as well. And it's nice it's nice to know that we can all that years of hurt, and now we deserve this to possibly be the best team that Premier League's ever seen. It's nice to know that. Mr. Bundo both said no love for Gundogan. I think Gundogan's a good player, but I still maintain there's another level for him to reach. I remember watching him against us at the Etihad for Dortmund, and he was sensational. One of the best midfield performances I've seen against City. Energy, desire, skill, and I still don't think he's reached that level yet. He's seen hints of it, but I still feel like he needs to get a little bit further. I think he can get there as well. Guys saying, why is your beard so much prettier than mine? I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm just naturally good at looking homeless. I just it just grows on me, you know. It is what it is. But sorry, Luke said, yo, bro. And I said, yo, bro, back at you, mate. Player of the year for me is Mr. De Bruyne. But I think De Bruyne does things that people just can't do. And I think De Bruyne is a freak of nature that drives a team as good as ours onto better things. And I think that says it all, that a team full of individual quality like ours, he still finds a way to exceed all them at times. To me, he's fantastic. Right, other questions. Sterling with injury time winner. Imagine that, JR. That would be special, wouldn't it? What is going on here? The comments, there's so many of them. Do you think Anfield record will play a part in the result tomorrow? Well, I guess in the way that any game plays a part in any game, Oliver. I think we'll go there knowing the mistakes we've made in the past, though, and I think we'll go there with more focus than we usually do. I think we'll actually. I think we'll have it on our mind, and I think we'll be organised and confident. And obviously, form plays into it, but I think we should be all right. And I think we'll be better than we have been recently. Someone just said as well, and I've lost the question already. What's your expectation for? Pedro Mendy whoring himself out in the comments. Nice one, Freddie. Someone said, what's your expectation for Sane? And my expectation for Sane is I think you can go to the very top of world football. Some people have this, you just look at them and they seem to have this ceiling where they can do almost anything. And I think we saw some really interesting signs against Everton where Sane drifted inside, lovely little bit of skill and a through ball to De Bruyne. Then obviously he played it through to Gabriel Jesus. And then recently he's been driving in midfield so much and he can go on the outside, as you already know, and he can finish, he can pass. He's showing that he has the ability to do absolutely anything. And that, to me, is what's exciting. I think Gabriel Jesus can actually... Gabriel Jesus, I just read the word there. I think Leroy Sane could go as far as he wants in the game. I think he could genuinely be ridiculous. And I think he will do. Because as long as... I think he'll keep his head down. He's a bit of an arrogant guy, but there's nothing wrong with that. I think in general, he'll be... quite cocky, but brilliant at the same time. There's nothing wrong with a bit of arrogance if it's true. Apparently, people saying they have 2 kids. What is going on here in the comments? Me with 2 kids would be an absolute nightmare. So I don't have kids at all. Nicola would know by now as well. So me having kids. One day I'm going to be a mint dad when I do, and obviously they'll be playing for City as well. Real Madrid 1-0. I'm not watching the game because I'm here, but apparently Real Madrid are winning. That's interesting. Do you think Paul Pogba would have played a lot better if he'd moved to City? Alfie, Paul Pogba would be a fantastic player if he was at Manchester City. He's absolutely wasted himself there. Pogba under Guardiola would be fantastic. He'd be something special, I think. He has the physicality, the technical ability, but he hasn't got a manager who knows how to adapt him. And I think Pogba is absolutely wasted, unfortunately. But that was his decision, and he's made his bed so he can lie in it. I'm not going to Anfield, unfortunately. I couldn't get a ticket. I don't actually have enough points for that. My points have been scattered over various memberships over the years. I haven't got the points to get an away ticket, unfortunately. I would love to go to the away game, but it isn't going to happen, unfortunately. So I'll be watching it at home and doing a match reaction. So fingers crossed we'll get some of it. My score prediction, by the way, Flying Gazelles just asked. 2-2 is what I'm going to go for, and I'll take that personally. Andy Turner said, should we go out and play our strongest available team for the next week? We're definitely going to play our strongest available team for the Champions League games, and I think we'll probably play stronger than most people reckon against United. I think this whole resting players thing is true, but not to the extent that some people predict. I think we'll see. We'll see how we'll play against United probably. You know, that's hardly a resting, is it? Given the fact that Gabriel Jesus would have played against Liverpool. So we've got a good squad now. I suspect we'll use it, and we'll still should be all right, I reckon. What is going on? A lot of people say apparently Real Madrid are winning. Ronaldo scored already. He's a good player, isn't he, that Ronaldo? He might just make it. I'm very good, Alster. Alster's asked how I am. I'm very good. How are you? Going to the Etihad for the second leg, of course I am. I'll be there with Paul, actually. I think Paul from Blooming Horizon, or Paul from Manchester City now, as he's known, the cameraman there behind the scenes. Sorry, Paul, giving your secret away. But yeah, I'll be going to that. I'll be sat in the third tier, I think, up in the heavens. But if you do see me, always say hello. It's always nice seeing you, by anyone who watches these channels, by the way, at games. It's always nice, and I genuinely love it. So if you do see me at a game ever, say hello, because it's lovely. It's really nice. How you doing? Joe Parker there doing a Joey from Friends impression. I have subscribed to Raheem Sterling's YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm not sure the content's necessarily for me because I'm not really a KSI fan. That's all that seems to be there. But it'll be interesting. I'm not going with Nicola, no, Flying Gazelle, because Nicola, I would love to, but I could only buy one ticket personally because only one membership number. And then Paul has just said to me the other day, so I'll go with Nicola. I'm sorry, Nicola, who's watching. Paul's got 2 tickets, so now I'm going to sell that 1 ticket and go with Paul because Paul's got 2 spare tickets. So, yeah, fuck off, B Britain, who's watching this. And I think, I do remember that live stream. And that live stream, I got drunk on a bottle of whiskey and a live stream for Blue Horizon. I had absolute fears of that. That was a bad day to wake up. Anyway, back to the game tomorrow. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? It's going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to look on Twitter now to see if anything I've missed out. If you're not following me on Twitter as well, go and follow me. It's Stephen McInerney. That's how you pronounce my surname. What else was going on? Apparently, Paris Saint-Germain today, the news from Le 10 Sports saying that they were asking about Guardiola's availability and promptly got shot down, and rightfully so, because Guardiola is going nowhere. And I'm very, very happy about that. It's obviously bullshit. Luke St. Ledger saying Salah or Sterling. I think we all know Salah's probably a better player. Sterling is still fantastic, though, and I would not. I would be more than happy to keep Sterling personally. I am Groot behind me. This is Groot indeed. Nicola got me ages ago because we saw Guardians of the Galaxy and thought it was very good. I do have an Instagram, and I think my YouTube channel clicked through to it, actually. Yeah, so I do have a personal one, yeah. Guardiola here for the decade. That would be nice, wouldn't it? What signings do you reckon are vital to City next season? I think we'll buy a striker or a forward at least, maybe a backup for Fernandinho, because God knows we need a bit of a backup for him. And then, who knows? After that, we're kind of maybe a left back, but I don't think we'll get a left back. I think we'll kind of persist with what we've got, given the fact that Mendy's coming back, and we seem to be all right at left back at the moment as it is. So I don't think we need loads. Maybe Isco. That would be interesting. But even then, I think there's nothing in that, personally. Nicola and Brian Kidd up front against United. Mark Lovell, I like the way you think. And Nicola, Brian Kidd's gone now. He's over here, actually. Here's Brian Kidd. The one and only Brian Kidd there. Look at him. Look at that man. Now on. I mean, got to do this video as Paul Walsh and Stephen McInerney. Stephen have kids. How do you know that we have kids? Nicola is doing a madness in the comments, and she's loving it. I tell you what, I know Nicola now, and as I do know Nicola pretty well, she's sat there giggling her head off right now, enjoying this so much. But I'm loving this live stream, by the way, guys. This is really informal, but it's fun, isn't it? It's fun. Anyway, back to Brian Kidd. There's Brian Kidd, because he's a great man. Edison up top to score a bicycle kick against United. That would be nice, wouldn't it? B. Britain wants Icardi. He's a very good player. I'm not sure he'll come to City. I am not blocking Nicola because Nicola is my girlfriend and she'd kill me. And I don't want to because she's mint. Need to make Nicola a mod. Don't give her ideas. That would be a very, very bad idea. The power would go to head. When am I going to shave? Oh, I quite like it. I like being scruffy. It suits me. I look about 12 otherwise. What do you think of the Fred signing? It's not happened yet, has it, Hadley? Fred would be an interesting player, but it seems that we've gone a little bit cool on that. I know someone who was close to that transfer. I shouldn't really be saying this, but I knew someone who kind of knew that we were trying to make it happen in January. And that one, it went a bit cold because we couldn't get it done last minute. And maybe we've got other options now. I don't know if we're playing hard to get. But Fred is a good player. He seems to be a good player. So I don't know if it'll happen or not, but we'll see because he's a decent little player. Weigl is a very good player. Mark, Weigl is a very good player. I wouldn't mind him at all. City, obviously, he's very intelligent. He's raw in the way that a lot of players are raw that come to Manchester City. And I would like to see him at City because I think Pep could do some brilliant things with him, but he isn't perfect yet. I do think, though, there's one person who's going to get the best out of a very talented, very gifted defensive midfielder. It's probably going to be Pep Guardiola, isn't it? You can turn him into some kind of Busquets type figure, but there would be a way for him to go yet. But obviously, I would have him in a heartbeat at Manchester City. Thoughts on the players bullying Bernardo? So this is interesting. Now, the Bernardo Silva videos, I don't think they're trying to hurt his feelings. I'm going to put that out there, but I am just a soft bastard. I'm not going to lie. I'm always thinking about how people feel. I can't help it. I'm just a little bit of a wimp in the nicest possible way. And it reminds me of when that lad, the one, like, the kid in the group of mates who everyone makes jokes at, and sometimes they get a little bit like, but at home they're thinking, the little bit, it gets a bit annoying. And eventually, when you're the butt of the jokes constantly, even if you're good mates, it gets a bit annoying. So I don't think they're doing it maliciously at all. And I think they actually love him to bits, to be honest. But I do think he is the little scrawny lad, isn't he, Bernardo? He's soft, he's polite, he seems very well spoken. So I wonder if they think, and I do think it's just a bit of fun, but sometimes you can be a little bit like, yeah, you start to feel a little bit bad. But I don't want to put words into his mouth. You might just realize that it is how it is. And I'm sure they like it with everyone. It's become a little bit of a joke. I don't think they're trying to bully him. I think it's just maybe they don't realize taking it a bit too far. And I don't think any of them are bad people. And I'm sure they realize there is limits and that kind of thing. But I'm not worried about it. It's just my protective, almost paternal instincts now. Bernardo's a great player, and I do think they love him to bits. Look how Mendy is with him. Mendy loves him to bits. So I think they'll realize if there is a bad thing. And as Ahmed said, always say no to bullying. And always try and think when you're making jokes at someone's expense, it could be upsetting them. And I think that's a very important life lesson because I've done it before. And sometimes I feel guilty when you make a joke, you think that probably upset that person. And everyone does it every now and then, but they are just human. So always be nice to people because why the fuck not? It's nicer that way. And it's just a very horrible place. Everyone should be a lot nicer because why not? Because life's a lot easier. Anyway, a lesson of my paternal kind of parental instincts there. Just a bit of a morality rant. Anyway, back to imagine if my Fred creates an entire anti-bullying campaign at City. That would be interesting, wouldn't it, Freddie? It would be indeed. Bring back the Kipbacks. Something it would have been nice to have a stand called the Kipbacks, wouldn't it? At the Etihad, but didn't happen. Looking forward to visiting the Mad Hatter. Nicola made a point there. We're going to New York soon. So anyone based in New York, come and see Nicola and I when we watch Swansea on the 22nd of May. Not 22nd of May, of April. It'll be great. And I will do more of these streams because they seem to be really popular and it's fun. And sometimes you can't be asked recording a video, finding something to talk about, and editing it for 2 hours. Where this, just jump on. You're all here. You're all joining in, and it's a lot of fun. It's not very structured, and it's very much an in the moment kind of thing. But it's nice. It's nice, and I'm glad you're all enjoying it. Liam says, "Stephen, are Celtic as big as Man City?" Celtic are a very big club, have a lot of history, and they've obviously got a great European pedigree. In terms of support, they've got a very big fan base, and we haven't got the world's biggest fan base, and I'm realistic enough to say that. But we are definitely a bigger club than most people realise, I think. It's chalk and cheese, and it's hard to tell because Celtic are very big fish in a very small pond, so it's hard to tell, really. But Celtic, they've got a very passionate bunch of fans, and fair folks to them. Safe standing at Etihad would be nice, wouldn't it? Captain next season, De Bruyne to me is getting towards there. I do agree. De Bruyne has got potential captain quality, if not Fernandinho. De Bruyne is becoming a bit of a spokesman for the team, a clear leader. And once the old people like Fernandinho, Kompany, and Silva go away, De Bruyne for me is probably the kind of person I can see taking over because he's fantastic. And I will be doing more live streams. I'm going to talk for another 5 minutes, then I'm going to go and play Far Cry 5 because I'm very tired today because I had a very, very late night and a bad night's sleep. BFFs with KDB or Pep? That's a good question. I would rather KDB. De Bruyne, I think, would be a really chill guy who just want to play, play a bit of PlayStation, chill and relax. Stephen, give the players an inspirational speech at the derby. If I knew them, I would speak to them. But the derby is a once in a lifetime opportunity to do something that I never thought would ever happen. Fast forward back to 15 years ago when you've got a young teenage me watching Manchester City be largely pretty shit, and then maybe 10 years later watching us under Stuart Pearce once again being largely pretty shit. I never thought I would see the day when I'm seeing Manchester City take a game where we could win the derby and win the title as a second thought. It's crazy that the tables are turned that much. Now we're seeing City think this game isn't the be-all end-all anymore. We are now reached a level where that game, even though we could win the league, is still not our priority. And that's absolutely crazy, isn't it? It's crazy how good we've become. It's crazy what it could mean for us, though, to do this. Because United have spent a long time rubbing it in our faces. They spent a long time enjoying it. I don't blame them. I would have done exactly the same if I was in their shoes. But now it's going to be our time. And now we can actually show them what it means to enjoy success over someone else's expense and to win the league against them. That's something they've never done against us before. Not that I can remember. Someone's probably going to correct me, but they've never done it as far as I can remember. No, they definitely haven't done it in my lifetime, and it'd be so nice to know that we'd win there. Anyway, guys, a few more questions. I don't have kids. Bloody hell, Freddie, shut up. I'm going to block you, Freddie. I can't do that. Can I do that? No, I won't block him. But yeah, we should be very, very excited about the derby because it's going to be a very interesting game. Do you agree with Vinny regarding tickets? I do, Stephen. I think in general, uh, tickets are ridiculously expensive. Football, if you think what you do with football, and we go, most people see, most fans who go regularly see 2 or 3 games a month, and you pay about 60 quid per visit. And then if you've got a family as well, you shouldn't have to spend, I'm not going to block for you, don't worry. You shouldn't have to spend a few £100s a month watching football. You wouldn't, it's just ridiculous. I would understand if it was a one-off every now and then, and that's how you can justify seeing your favorite band or musician or whatever, a show somewhere, because it's just a rarity and it's like an exclusive chance to get it. But football, it shouldn't be that expensive, in my personal opinion. And it annoys me that it is that expensive. It's really, really pricing people out. And as guys just pointed out, United plan to sell 15 quid tickets to 18, 25-year-olds. Fair play to United. They've got it absolutely nailed on. And having tickets cheap for the 18 to 25-year-olds increases the amount of young people in there. Young people historically are more vocal in a certain age group. And they're the ones you want, the next generation of fans there. And when they come, they get more involved emotionally and physically and whatever, and it creates the next generation of fans. Football is too expensive these days. It's just too expensive. Nicola's asking, what are you going to name your future hamster? It's going to be Ginger Kev, as we decided. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I've enjoyed this a hell of a lot. I'm glad that you have as well. Guys, if you want me to do this again, let me know in the comments. All these comments are going to disappear now as soon as I put the video live and process it, which is going to be interesting. But I'm just going to stay here to see you all off. A lot of people saying more live streams. And do you know what? If you're all happy with this kind of quality, I will. Bye-bye, guys. I will see you tomorrow for a reaction after the game in a bit.